Hey everyone, this is Swapnil. Welcome to my channel on Wheels. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a long time since I uploaded a video on my channel. It's because I was quite busy with my work, and that's the reason why I couldn't upload a video. So in today's video, as you have read the title, I am talking about my ownership experience with my R15V3. Let me tell you that I have ridden this motorcycle for more than 6,800 kilometers. So in this particular video, I'm going to cover three most important things. Number one, the reasons behind buying the R15V3. Number two, positive points about the R15V3. And number three, some negative points about the R15V3. So let's start with the reasons behind buying the R15V3. So some of you are aware that I have got the Pulsar AS200 as my another bike. I bought it around 6 years ago and I have ridden it for more than 42,000 kilometers. There was a time when I used this motorcycle daily for around 60 kilometers per day. And there came a point when I really got bored with this motorcycle. So I always wanted to have another motorcycle, or I always thought of upgrading this motorcycle. So I had some things in front of me, some motorcycles in front of me. I had the Dominar 400, the Himalayan, the Interceptor 650, the Duke 390, the RC 390, the Apache RR 310, and of course the R15V3. Now, in order to buy one of these motorcycles, I just had one option in front of me, and that was to sell my Pulsar AS200 and buy a higher cc motorcycle. But I never wanted to sell my Pulsar AS200. Even I still do not want to sell it. I really like or love that motorcycle. So every time I thought of buying a higher cc motorcycle, I always zero it down to the R15V3. I probably might have checked 15 to 20 motorcycles. I had 15 to 20 motorcycles on my list. But every time, I compared those motorcycles with the R15V3, I always thought of buying the R15V3 because it has got all the things. It has got performance, it has got looks, it has got probably safety features such as ABS, which other motorcycles of course have. But that was the reason why, I bought the R15V3, and I also wanted to buy a fair motorcycle, a sports motorcycle, a dedicated motorcycle, so that I would understand whether I would be comfortable riding sports motorcycle in the future. Now my next target is to buy an inline 4 motorcycle. So I just want to know whether I would be comfortable riding a sports motorcycle or not, that means a dedicated one. So now let's talk about positive things about this motorcycle. So the first thing is it has got a lovely engine. The engine of this motorcycle is quite punchy, and I don't want to go into the technical details of it, but yes, it has got 155 cc engine which produces 19 bhp. This one is BS4 that I have bought. BS6 I guess produces 18 bhp of power, so the difference is not that big. So the engine is quite punchy, especially in the mid RPM and the higher RPM, and it is very lightweight. So you can ride this motorcycle all day long in the city or on the highways, because you did not shift the gears of this motorcycle every time the way I shift on the Pulsar AS200. On the R15V3, I can easily ride it at the speed of 35 kilometers per hour in 6th gear, that too with pillion. So that comfortable the engine is. Okay, now the second point is the riding posture. According to some riders, the riding position of the R15V3 is a negative part, but in my opinion, it's a positive part, because you ride enjoying this bike on highways. If you have this kind of riding position, you will definitely enjoy the motorcycle, because you can easily tuck down behind the windshield and you can definitely have a blast on the R15V3. It will give you some problem in the city, but it is all about getting used to the riding position. I'll tell you one thing. When I bought this motorcycle around 2 years ago, I went on a ride to Lavasa, which is around 80 kilometers from my place in Pune. In the morning, I enjoyed it, but while coming back in the afternoon, I faced a lot of problems. The first problem was that I had neck pain, I had shoulder pain, I had wrist pain, I had lower back pain, and I was like, come on, I really don't want this motorcycle. I was that pissed off riding this motorcycle, because yes, it was too committed. But now I am very much comfortable riding it in the city because I am used to its riding posture, or let's say position. You will feel the back pain, you will feel the pain when you have a backpack, and that too a heavy backpack. If you have heavy backpack, then definitely there will be problems. But yes, definitely it's not a big problem. You will definitely get used to it if you ride this motorcycle, let's say 3 days a week or 2 days a week, so that you will get used to it. Number 3, it has got good mileage. I get easily more than 40 kilometers per liter of mileage on my R15 V3. Some people get more than that. Some people claim to have 50 kilometers per liter of mileage. So for me, it's more than enough. That's what I feel. So definitely you're going to enjoy it. Another part I have forgotten to mention about its engine. You can the top speed that I have achieved on the R15 V3 is 140 kilometers per hour. People have achieved it more than that, and I don't want to promote it. I don't want you to ride it that fast. But just to talk about the engine capacity or the performance of the engine, I'm saying this thing. The next point is the looks, the way it looks. You can check that in the background. It looks really, really amazing. It is a head turner. A lot of people look at this motorcycle. It looks a bigger cc motorcycle, let's say a 600cc motorcycle. So that good looking it is. But I have always compared my R15 V3 with the AS200. In that comparison, I have to here admit that the AS200 is a better looking motorcycle than the R15 V3, because the R15 V3 has become quite common now. You can see it everywhere, in cities, in villages. You can easily find this motorcycle, but the Pulsar AS200 you cannot find it so easily. So therefore, whenever I ride both the motorcycles, like one after another, I always get attention from people. It has got ABS, dual channel ABS. When it was launched, it didn't have dual channel ABS, not even single. But this particular motorcycle has dual channel ABS, and you always have this confidence when you ride it fast. The confidence that you are going to stop and you are not going to fall down, or the bike is not going to skid, which always happens with me when I ride my Pulsar AS200, because Pulsar AS200 doesn't have ABS. It's an old model, so it hasn't got ABS. So I can definitely ride it fast in the city, but when it comes to braking, I don't have that much of confidence, which I have on the R15 V3. Windshield, it's again a good point about this motorcycle, because you can always tuck down and it protects you from wind blast, especially on highways. So that's again a good thing about, or a positive thing about, the R15 V3. Smooth gears. It has got smooth gears. It has also got slipper clutch, and the clutch is quite light, so in the traffic you don't have any problem. You can easily operate the clutch with your 2 fingers or 1 finger sometimes. So it's a wonderful thing, and even the gears are pretty smooth too, and you don't have to shift them either. Now let's talk about negative points about this motorcycle, which you can see in the picture. That was about the headlights. If you want to buy this motorcycle as a tourer, and if you ride during nights, don't buy the R15 V3. They do not throw enough light on the streets during nights. So it's a big no if you want to ride it in the night or during nights. The parts, that is the second negative point about this motorcycle. The parts could have been better. And definitely there are a lot of good parts which have got good fit and finish, but some parts need to be improved by Yamaha. The third negative point which I have observed is the tires on it. I have MRF tires on my motorcycle. They are doing their job pretty well if you're not riding the motorcycle hard and fast, because when you corner this motorcycle, sometimes it feels like it is going to slip, it is going to skid. So the tires of the R15 V3 can be better, but you always have this option of buying aftermarket tires. And the last thing which is very important that I want to talk about it is that this motorcycle is known as Squid's motorcycle. It has become infamous in some people's eyes. I don't know why. Probably these people might have seen people riding R15 V3s very fast. That could be the reason why probably people disrespect this motorcycle. But what I feel is, guys, it is not the motorcycle, it's the people who ride it fast. You should always respect each and every motorcycle, no matter it's a low cc motorcycle or a higher cc motorcycle. You should always enjoy riding every motorcycle, and you should always respect any motorcycle, because R15 V3 has got a lot of potentials. You name it, it has it. It has good performance, it has good looks. You can also ride it fast, though the engine is quite small, 155. It's lightweight, you can maneuver through traffic it very easily, so it has got all the points. So never ever disrespect any motorcycle. That's my request to all the riders here are. If you see the R15 V3, do not pass comment, because I don't know, but it really feels bad. Not just because I am the owner of it, but it could be any motorcycle if you want to talk about. So never say bad things about motorcycle, because every motorcycle is made for some or other purpose. So that's it. So these were a few things about the R15 V3. In case if I have forgotten any point, please mention them in the comment box, or if there is any question, don't forget to put it in the comment box. So thank you very much. Please subscribe to my channel if you're new, and like the video. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.